Back again for another video. So I decided to do this one like I usually do my other ones, but without any visual. But I'm doing this one late night, and I figured that I would get it off my mind while it was here. So, a woman's sacrifice, does it matter? Does a woman's sacrifice play any role into how you should operate as a man? This is a question that many men get caught upon, that we focus on, because we look at sacrifice as something that is very essential in the way that relationships are formed and the structure that they take, and what is necessary to keep them going. Sacrifice is a cornerstone of trust. It is a cornerstone of good communication. It is also a cornerstone of responsibility and show up duty. Sacrifice is once again pretty much essential. But the question here, of course, is sacrifice of women important to you as a man? I'm going to say no. A lot of people may question why. A lot of women may take offense to this, but hear me out first. This is something that you should not subjectively take an opinion to. Think about it objectively. When it comes to how men operate, yes, we view a woman's sacrifice as being very beneficial, but it should never become a point where a woman's sacrifice is necessary for you to operate how you operate as a man in principle. The reason why is because then it is your principles are contingent on how she operates. That, once again, is not a good structure for how a man should move forward. So therefore, anything that a woman sacrifices should not play a role into how you operate in your principle, in your masculinity. Now, is a woman's sacrifice necessary for her existence in your life? Most definitely. It is very important that she sacrifice, because once again, this is a solid foundation and fundamental of relationships. Sacrifice, because sacrifice proves a lot of things that doesn't have to be explained. It sets up trust very readily and very easily. So it is very necessary in order to maintain a relationship, but it shouldn't be necessary for you as a man to operate in your principal masculinity. We tend to get caught up on this because we like to focus more on, well, she did this for me, or she had X, Y, and Z time and she sacrificed it for me. You're looking at the glass as half full. You should always be looking at it half empty. This is something that you as a man have cultivated yourself into, for her to find it necessary for her to sacrifice for in the first place. Meaning that she is not paying for something in the future. She's paying for something that already exists. Meaning that she is not trying to get a yielding from you. She is basically paying her dues for what is already yielded in your masculinity, the things that you work on, because masculinity is not something that just openly erects itself instantly. It's not an umbrella. It's not something that you can just pop out of your trunk and poof, oh, here's masculinity. No, it's something that you have to cultivate, something that you have to work for, and therefore your principles go along with that as well. So these are things that are necessary to be in place already. Therefore, a woman's sacrifice should not be necessary in order for you to prop up your masculinity. It should already be in place. The problems that can come with this is that you're moving all over the place based on her movements. Like I said, this is not how you should operate, because this can lead you down into a dark path. You can train yourself to be the mule chasing the carrot, where she should be the mule chasing the carrot. The carrot should be your masculinity, and her muling should be her sacrifice for that carrot. Whether she gets it or not, it's all dependent on you. But the tail should never wag the dog, in so many words. This is pretty much another lie of the gynocracy. We are taught and we are groomed, we are shaped and molded into believing that a woman's sacrifice is the pinnacle of the relationship, when it's not. Your masculinity is the pinnacle of the relationship. This is why you are the prize as a man, because your masculinity isn't something, once again, that can just instantaneously form out of nothing, whereas her sacrifice is. Yeah, sure, her sacrifice is something that has to have character, and has to have a certain level of morality behind it, if you will. But it is something that can be propped up instantaneously. So it is something that is very necessary for her to put forward. But here's one thing that I know for sure, and this is the reason why I don't put much stock into a woman's sacrifice. Once again, don't take me wrong, but this is truth. That's all I intend to speak here. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But the way I see it is that no matter your level of masculinity, let's say that your criteria for a woman, whatever it may be, let's just say you have to know a language, and have a certain amount of muscles. Let's say 14% body fat, maybe 12% body fat, or something like that. Now I'm naming external factors because this is usually what a woman sees, and how women equate masculinity is a lot differently than men do. But I'm putting it in a way that men can understand, for as far as what I'm getting the point across. Women definitely understand this, so I don't expect any woman to come on here and be like, oh well, I'm not looking for this. Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just using this as an objective point to explain my point. But let's go back to the muscles and learning a language, and let's say that she wanted you to be a blue collar worker. This is just happens to be what she finds attractive, because let's just say that's her imprint. That's what her father did. That's who her father is. Now, the difference in between her sacrifice for you and another man could be as simply as, I don't know, maybe you have a closer reach to her. I know that sounds strange, but these are things that I've had experienced in my life. And, of course, the individuals who may listen back to this, this is no strike at all, but this is my example. This is my experience, that a woman will, no matter if she views your masculinity as equal to another man, no matter what the circumstances is, all it takes is a +1 on his side for her to sacrifice for him instead of you. This is the reason why I don't put any stock into a woman's sacrifice, because it should not cultivate, once again, who you are as a man. It should not have any deciding factors on what you do and what you output as a man, meaning that regardless of if she's present or not, you should still be presenting yourself in the masculine stance that you have, and the morals that you have, and the principles that you have. If she shows, fine. If she doesn't, fine. Either way, you're good, because your masculine principles should be what directs you, not her decision of what she wants to sacrifice for and why. So once again, you can't conflate sacrifice with loyalty. Sure, to a woman that may be so, but once again, this is not how hypergamy is designed. Hypergamy is designed to weed out the weakest link, and the weakest link could be just simply he's an inch taller than you, or he displays a smaller degree of masculinity more than you. So it has nothing to do with who you are as a person. This is not a personal shot. It's just that a woman is going to go for the best deal that she has on the table, and she's going to sacrifice behind that. And you shouldn't take that personal. Also, likewise, if you shouldn't take her sacrifice for another male otherwise than you personal, you shouldn't take her sacrifice to you personal. See how that works? But anyway, I wanted to shoot this one out real quick on you guys. These are life lessons. These are definitely life lessons, because that's my intention here, is to show the male and female interaction here, and how you as a man should be operating. Of course, this is definitely a man's channel. I do talk to the women at times, but mostly my content is for the men. It just so happens that women get a byproduct of something that can be beneficial for them on the other side of when I'm talking to men most times. So to my audience, it's nothing personal. I do enjoy the women on my channel. You individuals are very important as well. Although at the same time, once again, this content is for men. But anyways, I've talked long enough, but I just wanted to lay that across your brow. Give me feedback, of course. Send people my way. The bigger we get this channel to grow, the more likely it is I can give you better content. Especially, I have so many other things that I would like to share with you guys, but due to the fact that I don't have 1,000 subscribers, I'm not able to share some of the things that I would like to share, like links and community tabs, things like that, because there's a lot of articles that I read and a lot of things that I come across that I'm like, do I really want to do a video on this? Not really, but it can show the line of thought that comes from when it comes to my ideas and some of the things that I experienced in life. So this isn't necessarily a clout chase or nothing like that. This is just so that I can give you guys a better experience when it comes to my mind and how it works and how I see things. But anyways, talking long enough. This has been the Wolf and Beta Close. May you have a good day, and may peace be with you.